All right. So, what I wanted to talk to you about today is one of my clients who actually shared with me that she has just been really struggling and feeling really this inner conflict between her desire to really help others. And she, at the same time, she's being bombarded with this messaging from other coaches, mindset coaches, and money manifestation coaches that she's receiving from the online space that by supporting and helping others without direct compensation, that she is in some way blocking her own abundance. And so that's where she is feeling deeply conflicted. And so what's important to note is that she actually is being compensated for her time of working through with them. It's just through a grant. So it's not like a direct she supports them and then she's getting paid instead. It is through a grant. And that grant allows her then to assist marginalized communities. And so what she's in conflict with then is that she believes, well, if I'm not getting paid directly through them, that perhaps I am blocking my ability then to, because her goal ultimately is she did share that she does ultimately want to be a millionaire. And so, something that's really important for us to always remember is that our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality, and that includes our financial situation. So, in this context, the fear of blocking abundance by doing tasks for free out of love may actually stem from the belief that giving without receiving can create a scarcity mindset. So, I would actually have to connect with her and speak with her on that. And if you're also kind of struggling with this too, I think this is really going to help you. And so the very first piece that I want us to break, I really want us to dissect a little bit, is understanding some of the universal laws and understanding spiritual principles that govern money, because there are spiritual principles that does govern money, especially for those of you who are familiar with the dynamic laws of prosperity. And so, something for us to remember, and this is going to be directly tied with what she is in conflict with, is understanding the principle of circulation. So, when we give freely and generously, and this is in her case, through volunteering or helping others, we actually create a flow of energy that attracts abundance to us in various forms. So, it's not necessarily going to be monetary, right? And this aligns with the concept of giving and receiving. So, a couple of other spiritual principles that is actually going to support this, because oftentimes, if I was to just say, well, actually, that's wrong, or no, you shouldn't be thinking that way, it doesn't really help when we're not aware of the spiritual laws, right? And so, some of the laws that is actually supporting what she is doing, as far as, she's being compensated through the organization she works with, and it's through this grant that allows her then to support and really just pour into others who is more of, in a situation where they're not able to afford or work with her directly. Okay. It's the law of giving and receiving. So basically, by dedicating yourself, and this could apply to anything where you are volunteering of your time or giving of your expertise and really supporting those in need, you're actually sowing the seeds of generosity and compassion. So, according to the law of giving and receiving, her very act, so for those of you who are in a similar boat, your very act of giving will inevitably lead to receiving more abundance and blessings in return. Okay, so that applies to the law of giving and receiving. For those of you who would like to tie that to biblical principles, I actually want you to refer to Luke 6:38, and it is stated, give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. So, your acts of giving without expecting immediate financial return actually mirror this principle. So, by freely giving of your time, expertise, and support to those in need, you are indeed sowing seeds of generosity and compassion, which will lead to receiving abundance and blessings in return. Okay. So the next spiritual principle I want to break down for you is the principle of circulation. So this principle emphasizes the importance of keeping energy, right? Including financial energy flowing freely. Okay, I'm going to repeat that again. So, this principle, the principle of circulation, is the importance of us keeping energy. So, when we think about energy, so money again is energy, right? That's financial energy. We want to make sure it's flowing freely. So, when you are committed to helping others, you're actually creating a positive flow of energy in your own life and your business. And this allows you then to really give generously and authentically, and it opens you up to receiving abundance from unexpected sources. Okay, that is the law of circulation at play. So the biblical principle of that is you can actually refer to Proverbs 11:25, where it says, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." And so for those of you who are committed to really helping others, you create within you a positive flow of energy in your life and your business. And this aligns with the biblical principle of generosity leading to prosperity. Okay. So the next law, the spiritual law, I know a lot of you are very familiar with this. It is the law of attraction, which simply states that like attracts like. And so in her case and in your case as well, by radiating positive energy and really embodying the values of service and empathy, you attract abundance and prosperity into your life. And it is through your genuine desire to make a difference in the lives of those within your community that really then allows you to open yourself up to all the abundance and prosperity because you're radiating positive energy by being of deep service. Okay. And so while there's not a biblical principle that is tied exactly to the law of attraction, I want you to refer to Proverbs 18:21, which states that the tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruits. So by focusing on serving those through love and compassion, you naturally attract abundance by radiating that positive energy and really embodying the value of service and empathy. Okay. So the final law, spiritual law we're going to look at is the law of compensation. So the law of compensation states that we receive in proportion to what we give. So your selfless dedication really to serving others really helps set the stage for abundant reward and compensation in various forms. So while you may not see immediate financial gain, um, just by the very act of you freely giving, and out of that, being from this selfless place, know that God sees it and you will be rewarded through opportunities, through resources, and through blessings. Okay. Um, and the biblical principle that really ties to this is on reaping what we sow. So Galatians 6:7, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. So the simple act of your selfless dedication really to serving others really sets you up for abundant rewards and compensation. It could be through opportunities, financially. You just open up that gateway, the gateway of prosperity from your selfless dedication. And so I hope it was helpful for you to be able to see how what you're doing actually is in alignment with opening yourself up to abundance, to prosperity, to all the blessings that is available to you. And there's going to be a part two to this because there's another element that is really going to be supportive for those of you who are struggling to see that they actually can exist, right? We're going to give you more supportive beliefs because if the belief then is that if I am, quote unquote, just giving things for free and not being compensated, I'm blocking my blessing, that's actually going to hinder your ability to attract abundance and be an energetic match for abundance. And it actually has nothing to do with you breaking spiritual laws. It has more to do with your mindset and your belief system. And so that's what I'm going to break down in part two.